Hello all, Rick here with a quick techie breakdown of the mobile emitter from Star Trek Voyager. I would advise checking out the Holodeck Tech video I did a short while ago, as it covers the basics of how a holodeck works, but if you want the relevant takeaway from that episode, it is that the calculations that go into the system are incredibly complicated, so for the mobile emitter to replicate this, even on a small scale, is suitably impressive, well, for time-displaced technology. But there is a bit of a give and take with the mobile emitter. For a start, it does not have as many environmental sensors built in. Half of the omnidirectional holodiode systems were dedicated to sensors that read the positioning, movements and other signals being given off by the deck's occupants. This is so that it could alter the illusion on the fly to create an immersive environment. But the mobile emitter can sacrifice that level of functionality. Instead, it allows for the hologram it is attached to perceive through its own eyes, or however its program dictates it senses the area around it. The EMH Doctor, for example, did perceive things as a general humanoid did, because he was created to work alongside humanoid staff on the vessel and use their equipment. It was possible to make changes to the program's perception through the emitter, as demonstrated by B'Elanna Torres in 2373, which means that the emitter did have a wide array of sensory abilities that could be applied to the program it was housing. It just didn't need to work as hard as a holodeck. But as for the vast array of responsive sensors involved in creating an adaptable environment, well, there is a small bit of tech that the mobile emitter can presumably shed, reducing its size. It did, however, contain its own emitters. As the name suggests, I guess I didn't need to clarify that. These emitters generate the force fields necessary for substance and create photons to fill the image. When active, the emitter could project the hologram over itself if needed, hiding the device, although it needed to be in contact with the hologram it was creating to maintain it. This left room for a highly advanced memory and computational system on par with the entire holodeck of a 24th century starship, capable of containing Starfleet's most advanced single holo program of the age, basically a complete artificial intelligence, the Doctor with room to spare. I should probably point out that the emergency backup unit for the Doctor was only slightly larger, but it's probable that this contained his data in a compressed, unusable state, such as a zip file today. Saying that, the mobile emitter seems to lack any true backup functionality, so if the program was lost or corrupted in the field, then it may be lost forever, if not restored from an external backup. With any portable electronic device, there is the issue of battery life, and the emitter is no exception. Its power source is one far beyond 24th century Federation technology, although it was readily compatible with a number of other technologies. This is probably because it was technically UFP tech, just from the far future, and the Federation gear is known for being incredibly adaptable. In a dormant state, the emitter's battery would drain after at least 15 years. Its casing is rather solid too, made from a polydeutonic alloy for resistance, although the exposed panel and buttons for programming it are weak spots. If the device was damaged, it was highly probable that the data stored within would be corrupted or lost, at least in the 24th century, where no other mobile emitter systems were present to support it. The biggest issue with the mobile emitter is its origin. The device was, as mentioned, from the 29th century Starfleet, and as such its existence in the 2370s is a temporal aberration, and it technically should be removed from usage and quarantined for the sake of the Temporal Prime Directive. This was overlooked by Janeway, considering the state of Voyager's crew and the necessity of the EMH, but what about when they got back? Well, we get to see from an alternate future that the Doctor got to keep it, so it looks like Starfleet looks past this oversight. Additionally, considering Voyager had just thwarted a far worse temporal accident when they obtained it, plus the possible revelation that the Silicon Age was just jump-started by a temporal issue to begin with, well, it could be argued that events surrounding the Future's End episodes were always supposed to happen. So the acquisition of the mobile emitter might not be deemed out of place by future agents. Finally, there are the rights of artificial lifeforms that began with Lieutenant Commander Data and then continue with the EMH after Voyager made contact with the Federation again. If the Doctor was ruled to have rights, well then the emitter could be seen as an effective aid to living, such as a mobility scooter or hearing aid. In some stories, Starfleet even goes on to reverse engineer the mobile emitter. I guess Temporal Prime Directive be damned, the damage is already done. But in other apocrypha, Starfleet manages to completely map out how the emitter works, but is still incapable of replicating it. Well, this is because of the myriad of technologies that it relied on, from its advanced storage to diminutive but powerful battery. Things that would revolutionise Starfleet technology by themselves, let alone be used for another mobile emitter. All in all, the mobile emitter is an amazing bit of kit, and I would like to see which route Starfleet took with it in canon. Did they reverse engineer it to learn from it and replicate its advancement? Or did they seal it away, EMH rights be damned, or perhaps they just didn't have a clue? Thanks for watching this video on the mobile emitter. I've been Rick, and until next time, thanks again and goodbye. Computer, deactivate the recreational lore hologram.